Babu Owino, for the first time since the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua, came out very strongly and directly yesterday at an interview to explain why he never voted to impeach Rigathi Gachagua. Let's briefly listen to Babu Owino, for his sentiments are going to inform the basis of our analysis right now. Listen to this.
About Rigathi,
Yes.
and I want to say it clearly. I did not vote to impeach Rigathi.
Yes.
I was told to vote to impeach him.
Yes.
When I heard him speak, I said I wash my hands like Nani? Herod. Like
Herod.
washed his hands in Jesus' crucifixion. Because I said, hii vita si vita yangu. And this man, the way he has spoken, that man, genuinely speaking, si kuona shida yake mahali popote.
Okay.
Mimi am a very just leader. Kama mtu amekosa nasema tu hapa amekosa.
Yes.
Kwanza hakunikosea, ya pili si kuona kosa lake.
Okay.
Alikuwa anakuwa accused of tribalism.
Yes.
Tell me who is not tribal among those leaders?
They are all tribal.
They are all tribal.
Yeah.
Is that a mistake?
No. It's a mistake for all.
All of them.
Yeah.
So all of them were supposed to go, including members of parliament who are tribal, who are doing that impeachment.
Yes.
And even in the Senate, both the bicameral parliament, both the National Assembly and the Senate. This is a man, we were being told that akona companies na watoto wake. You expose a man, unampiga na bibi yake na watoto wake. We need to respect these families. Uliona juzi wali abduct mheshimiwa Keter mbele ya watoto wake. That is trauma.
Sure.
What are you trying to communicate to Kenyans? So deal with me as a man.
Okay.
Leave my family out of it. They have their own lives to live.
Let's put the remarks into perspective. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Let's proceed. Babu Owino is saying, I did not vote to impeach Rigathi. I was told to vote to impeach him. If it's true Babu Owino was told to vote to impeach Rigathi, then that order clearly came from ODM party's top hierarchy. And that's none other than Raila Odinga. In essence, Babu Owino is saying, Raila told me to vote to impeach Rigathi, but I refused. That's what Babu Owino is trying to say. Then he goes on to say, when I heard him speak, I washed my hands like Herod. It's important for Babu Owino to know that during the crucifixion of Jesus, Jesus was taken before Pilate, not Herod. So Babu Owino should do more Bible study. Jesus was taken before Pilate, not Herod. He goes on to say, this man the way was speaking, si kuona shida yake mahali popote. That's Babu Owino for you. Babu Owino never saw anything wrong with the Rigathi's shareholding remarks. He never saw anything wrong with Rigathi saying huyu mtu ametusumbua, baba yake ametusumbua, hawa ni watu wa kurusha mawe. Babu Owino never saw anything wrong with Rigathi saying, if you never voted for Ruto, you cannot get development or services from our government. Babu is saying he saw nothing wrong with all that. And then he goes on to say that Rigathi's family was roped into the whole impeachment process. Babu does not know that even before that impeachment was tabled in parliament, Rigathi Gachagua is the person who brought in the family members, how he inherited some things from the brothers. Rigathi actually brought his family members into the impeachment process. That was even before he appeared before the National Assembly. So So Rigathi really enjoyed bringing in the family members into his impeachment process. What does all this mean, ladies and gentlemen? Listening to Babu Owino speak, it's very clear to me Babu Owino is speaking to please the mountains vote. That's why he's speaking the way he's speaking. He's assuming that already he has locked the low vote, so he can do anything and he'll get away with it. The Luos will still vote for him. That's the assumption Babu is trying to make. So he does not care whether he angers the Luo community. What Babu is interested in is to please the mountains vote. That's what I'm seeing here. And then secondly, I'm seeing a Babu Owino who can easily sell his own people for his own political interests. I'm saying that because it's a fact, and this has been confirmed. A whooping majority of the Luo nation supported the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua. And I know Babu Owino knows that and understands that very well. But even with that knowledge, Babu Owino chose to disappoint and to betray the Luo community at the expense of the Kikuyu community. So I'm seeing a Babu Owino who can even betray his own people for his own political and personal interests. Babu Owino clearly betrayed the Luo community by not voting to impeach Rigathi Gachagua. A majority of the Luo nation wanted Rigathi to be impeached, and Babu Owino knows exactly that. So he betrayed his own people. And also listening to Babu Owino speak, it's very clear that there are very few leaders of integrity in Kenya. Babu Owino said that tribalism is not bad because every other person or every other politician in Kenya is tribal. Listen to that kind of a reasoning. That in itself confirms that very many of these leaders are not men and women of integrity. Babu Owino is not a man of integrity. He ought to have stood for the truth. Whether others are tribal or not, Babu Owino ought to have stood for the truth. He ought not to have defended Rigathi, for Rigathi is clearly a very dangerous ethnic warlord, very tribal. Babu Owino ought not to have defended Rigathi Gachagua. That shows clearly Babu Owino is not a leader of integrity. I'm also seeing a Babu Owino who is clearly gravitating towards Rigathi Gachagua's team. And I won't be wrong to say that in the coming months, we might see Babu Owino starting to openly and publicly start supporting Rigathi Gachagua. That's a possibility. The only thing that might make him not openly and strongly start supporting Rigathi Gachagua, he wants to still swindle the low population that might be supporting him. That can deter him from strongly coming out to support Rigathi Gachagua. But I'm seeing a Babu Owino whose heart is already with Rigathi Gachagua. Another confirmation that these politicians, all what they care about is their own political interests. If Rigathi can make Babu Owino get the Kikuyu votes, Babu Owino will not care what Rigathi does. He will be supporting Rigathi Gachagua. So it's very clear that Babu Owino has been supporting Raila Odinga in order to get the support of Raila Odinga supporters. That's why Babu Owino has been supporting Raila Odinga. Not that he loved Raila Odinga or the Luo community. He has been supporting Raila Odinga in order to be voted in as a member of parliament. So that's exactly what is happening here. I won't be long to conclude. Babu Owino has killed himself politically. He has shown and proved beyond any reasonable doubt that he's no longer reading from the same page with Raila Odinga. And that can augur very negatively for him on the ground because Raila Odinga supporters will start seeing him as a rebel, coming out openly to admit he was told to vote but never voted to impeach Rigathi. That shows he's now a rebel. Raila Odinga supporters will not take that lightly. They can decide to punish Babu Owino for that disloyalty. Let me stop it there. If you're watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Any person watching us outside Kenya, drop a comment, let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. If possible, subscribe, give the video a like. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya.